Hello, this is a video for our Essential Elements Book 2 students that are working on the Mauve bead. This is exercise 47 on page 11. In our previous bead, we were learning to count quavers or TT beads by using 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. That will come in very handy in this piece. But there's also another rhythmic feature in this piece, which is what we call our 1.5 beat note, or our crotchet with a dot. So it becomes a tum, or a 1.5 beat note, crotchet being 1 beat, and the dot being half, 1.5 beat note. So to count that, 1 and 2, and then the next note comes in on the and. So we count 1 and 2, next note. 1 and 2, next note. So we're not actually giving it 2 full beats because that last half of the second beat we're giving to a new note. So we have some tum T's in this piece. Another thing that we have in this piece is some 3 beat notes, counting to 3. So a minim worth 2 beats, and then a dot, and the dot is worth 1 beat. So the rule with the dot after a note, whatever the note's value, the dot is worth half of it. So if we have a crotchet, crotchet's worth 1 beat, the dot next to it would be worth half of 1, which is half, so 1 plus half, 1.5. If we have a minim, minim's worth 2 beats, the dot is worth half of the minim, so half of 2 is 1. We've got 2 plus 1 becomes a 3 beat note. Hope that makes sense. The other feature that we have in this piece is an anacrusis. We come in on the last beat of the bar and we have a first time ending, and then when we go back and after we do the repeat we have a second time ending. So let's give this very famous piece, Rondeau by Jean-Joseph Mauve, back in the 16 and 1700s. Let's give this piece a whirl. Coming in on the fourth beat. 1 and 2 and 3 and. Beginning. So I'm not sure if you could hear me saying second time ending there. So that is Rondeau. A couple of tricky things in that piece. There's a hooked bowing at the end of the first line, so 2 up bows. Then in the second line straight away there's that tum, that 1.5 beat note. There's the first time ending, there's some fourth fingers in there as well, and there's some 3 beat notes to hold. So plenty to think about in that piece.